It was the fourth and last day of the Supreme Court hearings of the presidential petition filed by Raila Odinga and Martha Karua seeking nullification of last month's presidential outcome.
Chief Justice, Deputy Chief Justice, distinguished judges of the Supreme Court.
Lawyers for President-elect William Ruto and his deputy Rigathi Gachagua putting up a spirited fight for their clients. Professor Kithure Kindiki was tasked to answer the question of whether the National Security Advisory Council knew the outcome of the election before heading to Bomas.
They knew that the verification tallying had been completed and what was pending was the declaration of the final result. It is our submission, Chief Justice, distinguished judges of the Supreme Court, that this four went to the National Tallying Center not for any other reason, but to try to interfere with the declaration of results and thereby try to alter the sovereign will of the people of Kenya.
On what would have been the impact of the four IEBC commissioners disowning the results, Kindiki had this to say.
The question that this court ought to ask itself is whether the walking away of four commissioners at the tail end of a process which they have admitted was complete, except the declaration, can veto the sovereign will of the people of Kenya.
Senior counsel Fred Ngatia, in a rejoinder to fresh evidence tabled by Raila's legal team on how IEBC systems were infiltrated and manipulated, Ruto's lead counsel Fred Ngatia exonerated his team for not reading a response in light of the circumstances.
One of the things I think I ought to place on record is this. The forms that are now in issue have not been pleaded, were not tendered, and since they were not pleaded and they were not tendered, we should not be accused of not having responded to them.
Ngatia called on the court to throw out the said evidence, dismissing it as a waste of time for the court.
The form now before you has security features. The one that was displayed does not have. The one that you have does not have the name of Jose Camargo. The one that was displayed before the court has that name of Jose Camargo. The original one you now have does not have that name. And all those things were meant to deceive. They were meant to mislead.
After the bruising battle between the petitioners and respondents in the highest court in the land, all eyes are now on the 7 Supreme Court judges who are expected to give a verdict on Monday. Dan Kaburu, K24, Nairobi.